Where I'm from, stories aren't told in a hurry. They're told in the shade, under a palm tree, away from the heat, away from the noise, where everything slows down just enough to remember. Here the land carries more than footprints. It carries moments, people, generations, and sometimes one quiet story is all it takes to feel connected again. I'm Dina, and this is Under the Palm Tree, a podcast where I share stories inspired by Saudi culture, everyday lives, and the warm heritage. So sit with me in the shade and let's tell a story. I remember a winter night on the road to Lula, the kind of cold that makes the air feel sharp, like it's trying to wake you. I was driving back from a work trip. The highway was empty, the sky crowded with stars. The desert at night has this way of making you feel both protected and exposed at the same time. About an hour before town, the car made a sound I didn't like, a small cough, and then the engine simply died. The lights, the hum of the air conditioning, everything fell into silence. I stepped out to check my phone, but there was no signal at all, not even one bar. The nearest sign of life was miles away. For a moment I just stood there, listening to the wind move across the sand. Then, far beyond the road, I saw a faint glow, a warm orange light, like a lantern swinging gently in the distance. It didn't make sense. Who would be out here at this hour? But it flickered again. With no other option, I walked toward it. The sand was colder than I expected, crunching softly under my shoes. As I approached, I heard a faint metallic sound, like someone adjusting tools or stirring coals. When I reached the spot, I stopped. An old man sat beside a small fire, a brass lantern hanging from a wooden stake in the sand. His throat was plain, travel-worn, but he sat with the ease of someone completely at home in that vast emptiness. He looked up as though he had been waiting for me. "Your car stopped," he said. Not a question, but a statement. I told him what happened. He nodded, poured tea into a small cup, and handed it to me. "Drink," he said. "Cold nights take more from a person than they admit." The tea was hot and slightly sweet, the cardamom rising with the steam. Something about it felt comforting and familiar. Then he reached beside him and lifted a second lantern. Old brass, polished clean, the glass warm with light. "Take this," he said. "Walk back with it. Someone will see it." I tried to protest. It was late. He clearly needed that lantern more than I did, but he placed it firmly in my hands. "In the desert," he said softly, "a traveler's need is shared." I looked down to adjust the wick, and when I looked up, the fire was gone. The man was gone. The first lantern, gone. The sand around me was smooth and untouched. No footprints, no smoke, nothing. I stood there for a moment, unsure whether to be afraid or grateful. Then I walked back toward the road, the lantern lighting the sand ahead of me. As I reached my car, a pickup truck slowed beside it. An older driver leaned out of the window. "I saw your lantern from far away," he said. "Thought someone might need help." He towed my car all the way into town, refused payment, and simply said, "Pass the kindness on." When I tried to show him the lantern, asking if he'd seen one like it, he paused. "These haven't been made in a very long time," he said. "My grandfather had one when I was a child." That was the night I learned something my grandparents always told us, but I never truly understood. Generosity isn't measured by how much you give, but by how willing you are to step toward someone's darkness and light it for them. I still keep that lantern. I don't know who the man was or what he was, but I remember his words every time I see its glow. Thank you for sitting with me under the palm tree today. If this story reminded you of a place, a person, or a small quiet moment from your own life, carry it with you. It's worth more than you think. Join me next week for another story from home. Until then, stay grounded, stay gentle, and may your days always have a little shade.